Come you by the salmon fishing, come you by the ropery, saw you my dear sailor laddie sailing on the raging sea. I come by the salmon fishing, I come by the ropery, I saw your dear sailor laddie sailing on the deep blue sea. Come you by the salmon fishing, come you by the ropery, join us at the Salmon Bothy every Friday virtually.
Right, good evening folks. At last the waiting's over. It's time for another Friday Frolic Spectacular, brought to you this evening by folk at the Salmon Bothy, Portsoy. We are Ron and Ann Gardner. This is Ann. I'm Ron. Recently we've become known though as Kenneth's parents. And this came about because just before the shutdown, our computer went on the blink. And we had to contact our son, Kenneth, who is good at fixing such things. And he duly took the machine away and he did repair it. But when he gave us it back, just for a wee laugh, he had changed the ID of the computer to Kenneth's parents. So now when we go and we log into any virtual shows or anything like that anywhere, we log in as Kenneth's parents. So the name has sort of stuck to us. And even some of the people we met just know us as that and nothing else. And we had a lassie just a couple of weeks ago come running up to us and she said, "Who is this Kenneth?" To which we both answered in unison, "Our son."
Right, we're going to start off tonight with a song by Brian Bedford. It's called White Horses. We think of Portsoy every time we hear it, as we've often sat there in our caravan watching the white horses come charging up the beach to the shore, or whatever. So here we go. This is White Horses.
Okay.
White horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea. Spurred by the wind and tamed by the moon, I will ride the white horses soon. No sailor am I, for the city's my place, still I would feel the salt wind on my face. Watching stallions that silently race for the sand, pounding moonlight and starlight with shimmering lands. White horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea. Spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon, I will ride the white horses soon. Every path seems to lead to the key that's inside, and there take the ebb tide to where I would ride. Seeking dreams of adventure, contented and free, scanning endless horizons, the stars and the sea. White horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea. Spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon, I will ride the white horses soon. The sea is no danger, the ocean no threat. Safe on my pillow, brave dreams I'll forget. Still in moonlight, close starlight, they run for the shore. And I'll ride the white horses once more. White horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea. Spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon, I will ride the white horses soon. Ride the white horses soon. Bump.
Off. Right, and the next song, folks, is by a good friend of ours, and indeed the Salmon Bothys in all of Portsoy. It's a song written by Stephen Clark, and it reminds us that we're all Jock Tamson's bairns. And it's about the welcome that Scotland is putting out for refugees from all over. So it's over to John Dickson to give us All Jock Tamson's Bairns Are Coming Home.
It's a song by Stephen Clark called Coming Home. Put a light in the window while your brother's coming home. Set a meal on the table while your brother's coming home. He'll be tired, he'll be weary, after all these years alone. He's coming home while your brother's coming home. Take the chain from the door while your sister's coming home. Open wide up your arms while your sister's coming home. Make her warm, make her welcome, before the chance is gone. She's coming home while your sister's coming home. Coming home to a land they've never been. Coming home to a place they've never seen. Coming home to a family they have never known. Oh, Jock Tamson them are coming home. He has been angry and afraid while your father's coming home. He's been hounded and betrayed while your father's coming home. And every act of kindness a seed of hope is shown. He's coming home while your father's coming home. Bring her in from the cold while your mother's coming home. Set her down by the fire while your mother's coming home. Don't leave her standing there after all these years alone. She's coming home while your mother's coming home. Coming home to a land they've never been. Coming home to a place they've never seen. Coming home to a family they have never known. Oh, Jock Tamson them are coming home. From Iraq and Zimbabwe while your family's coming home. From Turkey and Somalia while your family's coming home. Seeking rest and refuge like they have never known. They're coming home while your family's coming home. Coming home to a land they've never been. Coming home to a place they've never seen. Coming home to a family they have never known. Oh, Jock Tamson them are coming home. Coming home to a land they've never been. Coming home to a place they've never seen. Coming
thank you, John. That was great to hear that one again. Some folk find it more difficult to return home than others. Charles Edward, Louis, John, Casimir, Sylvester, Severino, Maria, Stuart was one such chappie. His name was longer than he was, but never mind. And it's a big story. This is a lovely song now from Maggie, Tom and Emma, the world famous Spiers family.
Just to help you out there, folks, that was Bonnie Prince Charlie that had all these names.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Okay. Right, where am I? Right, a lovely song now from Tom, Maggie, Tom and Emma, the world famous Spiers family, called O'er the Water to Charlie.
Okay, this one is O'er the Water to Charlie.
And I hope you like our musical airs.
Come boat me o'er, come row me o'er, come boat me o'er, to Charlie. I'll be John Ross and Nether Bobby, to row me o'er, to Charlie. We'll o'er the water, we'll o'er the sea, we'll o'er the water to Charlie. Come we'll, come woe, we'll gather and go, and live or die for Charlie. It's Wheeliloo, my Charlie's name, though some there be upon him, but oh, to see up neck and him, and Charlie's face afore him. We'll o'er the water, we'll o'er the sea, we'll o'er the water to Charlie. Come we'll, come woe, we'll gather and go, and live or die for Charlie. I swear by moon and stars say bright, and the sun that shines say early, if I had 20,000 lives, I'd give them all for Charlie. We'll o'er the water, we'll o'er the sea, we'll o'er the water to Charlie. Come we'll, come woe, we'll gather and go, and live or die for Charlie. I ain't said sons, but knew Eileen. I bred them toil and sailing, but I would bear them up again and lose them all for Charlie. We'll o'er
Well, thanks to Tom, Maggie and Emma. That was a lovely rendition of a lovely song, thoroughly enjoyable. In the past, Scotland was a great participator in the whaling industry, and it's something that probably there's quite a lot of people these days are not over proud of. This song that is coming up now is a great song written from the whale's point of view, and it's The Last Leviathan, which is now going to be sung by Alyson MacConnachie.
My soul has been torn from me, and I am bleeding. My heart, it has been rent, and I am crying. All the beauty around me fades, and I am screaming. I am the last of the great whales, and I am dying. Last night I heard the cry of my last companion, the roar of the harpoon gun, and then I was alone. I thought of the days gone by when we were thousands, but I know that I soon must die, the last Leviathan. This morning the sun did rise, crimson in the north sky. The ice was the colour of blood, and the winds they did sigh. I rose for to take a breath, it was my last one. From a gun came the roar of death, and now I am done. Oh, now that we are all gone, there's no more hunting. The big fellow is no more, there's no use lamenting. What race will be next in line, all for the slaughter? The elephant or the seal, or your sons and daughters? My soul has been torn from me, and I am bleeding. My heart, it has been rent, and I am crying. All the beauty around me fades, and I am screaming. I am the last of the great whales, and I am dying. And so since time began, we have been hunted through oceans that were our homes. We have been haunted, from Eskimos in canoes to mighty whalers. Still you ignored our plea, none came to save us.
Well, thank you, Alyson. It's always been a great favourite of ours because we like whales. We're now going over to Arthur Coates. Some of you will no doubt recognise Arthur from his involvement with the Rowies. It's a great arrangement by Arthur of a traditional song called The Broken Ring. Over to Arthur.
A lady stood in the garden when a gentleman came riding by. He stepped up to her, tried to move her, and said, "Fair maid, do you fancy I?" "Well, kind sir, I am a servant girl of no decree, never to court and never to marry, for my true love is far at sea. It's 7 long years since I had a true love, 7 years since he left for sea, and 7 more I'll wait upon him, for if he lives he'll return to me." If he's alive, I wish to see him. If he's dead, I wish him rest. Even if he's wed, I hope he's happy, for he was the man I loved the best. He pulled his hand out of his pocket, his fragile hands were thin and small, showed her the ring they broke between them, and when she saw them she did fall. He stepped down to her, his glove he lifted, and then he gave her the ring. "I'm your true love, your missing soldier, and I've come home to marry thee." And so this pair, they did get married, and a happy pair I'm sure they'll be. Lived out his life and loved his wife, and bid farewell to the rolling seas.
There we are, down you come. Aye. Aye, we need a clapperboard, that would be a laugh.
We need an autocue.
You'd jam your finger in it.
What, in the autocue?
In the, in the clapperboard. Right, here we go.
Right, go.
Thanks Arthur, that was great. I just loved the instrumental finish on that. Lovely song as well. Now we have 3 lasses. Jill, Kate and Anna. Annie, isn't it? Annie, yes, my mistake. Who are known collectively as Tripple. And they're going to sing us a lovely song. And believe you me, these lasses can make any song sound lovely. But we're in a bonus tonight. It's a lovely song, sung by them, So it's over to Tripple for the North Sea holes.
Come, ye gallant fishermen, plough the stormy sea. The year long, on the fishing grounds of the northern minch and the Norway deeps, banks and knolls of the North Sea holes. Where the herring shoals are found, it's there you'll find the Norfolk boys and the lads free to dare heed. There's bucket shields and from shields of the northern minch and the Norway deeps, banks and knolls of the North Sea holes. Where the herring shoals are found, from Fraserburgh and Aberdeen, Whitby and Mattoon, the fleets away. At the break of day to the northern minch and the Norway deeps, banks and knolls of the North Sea holes. Where the herring shoals are found, it's sat with your boiler full of steam and your engines spick and span. Take fish the ground, the North Sea round, and fill the knolls of the North Sea holes. Try your luck at the North Shields Cut with a catch of 100 cran. Nae need to wait for the winter tide, you're the master of the sea. Come calm or squall, just for the haul and for the holes of the fish to be sold. Steam ahead for the curing shed and the buyers on the Yarmouth Quay. Come ye gallant fishermen who plough the stormy sea, the whole year round. On the fishing grounds of the northern minch and the Norway deeps, banks and knolls of the North Sea holes, where the herring shoals are found.
Alright,
Yes,
good. Sitting comfortably.
yes. Well, thank you girls for your delightful harmonies which never cease to impress us.
Indeed not.
Next off we have a man with a whistle. He's another great supporter of folk at the Salmon Bothy and all things musical around the area of Portsoy. Tonight Dick's going to play us a couple of Shetland reels, these being Jack Broke the Prison Door and Donald Blue. So without further ado, it's over to Dick.
Well, thanks Dick, that certainly got the feet tapping. And believe you me, I don't tap my feet as much these days as I used to. But that one certainly got me going. I'm exhausted now actually. Anyway, moving on. We're going to have one of our all-time favourite songs now. It's a song written by Phil and June, Corcloch or Corclo. I'm not sure how you pronounce that name. And probably both of these pronunciations are wrong. But irrespective, Here's a lovely rendition of a song for Ireland, brought to us tonight by Eileen Ordish.
Song for Ireland. Walking all the day, your tall towers where falcons built their nest. Silver winged they fly, they know the call of freedom in their breast. So black head against the sky, near twisted rocks that run down to the sea. Living on your western shore, saw a summer sunset, asked for more. Stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song of Ireland. Talking all the day with true friends that try to make you stay. Telling jokes and news and singing songs to pass the time away. Watch the Galway salmon run like silver dancing, darting in the sun. Living on your western shore, saw a summer sunset, asked for more. Stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song of Ireland. Drinking all the day in old pubs where fiddlers love to play. Someone touched the bow, he played a reel that seemed so grand and gay. Stood on Dingle Beach and cast in wild foam, we found Atlantic bass. Living on your western shore, saw a summer sunset, asked for more. Stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song of Ireland. Dreaming in the night, I saw a land where no man had to fight. Waking in your dawn, I saw you crying in the morning light. Lying where the falcons fly, they twist and turn, all in your red blue sky. Living on your western shore, saw a summer sunset, asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and I sang a song for Ireland.
Thank you for that, Eileen. That's a really lovely song, a really good treat for my ears. Moving on, health and safety has been a major talking point for quite a long time now, but historically many of our employers have shown a lack of respect for legislation that's been made. On this subject we now have Bob Sharp, who many of you will recognise from his appearances at clubs, theatres and festivals all over the place. Bob's going to sing us the Chemical Workers song, so over to Bob.
Hi, hello again, how are we all doing? This is a song that was written way back in 1964, I think it was, 65, so around about then. And it was written by a man called Ron Angel from the Teesside Fettlers. and he wrote it about the terrible health and safety that was going on in the chemical industry at that time. Sometimes called the ICI song, but it's more commonly known among the folkies as the Chemical Workers song, and it's got a great wee chorus if you fancy singing along in your living room. Well, a process man am I, and I'm telling you no lie. I've worked and breathed among the fumes that trail across the sky. There's thunder all around me, aye, and poison in the air. There's a lousy smell that smacks of hell, aye, and dust all in the air. But ye go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath, and every day you're in this place, you're 2 days nearer death, and ye go. Well, I've worked among the spitters, and I've breathed the oily smoke. I've been knee-deep in gypsum, it's enough to make you choke. I've stood knee-deep in cyanide, gone sick with the caustic burns. I've been working rough and seen enough to make your stomach turn. But ye go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath. For every day you're in this place, you're 2 days nearer death, and ye go. There's overtime and bonus opportunities galore. The young men like the money and they all come back for more. But soon you're knocking on and look older than you should. For every bob made in this job you pay with flesh and blood. And ye go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath. For every day you're in this place, you're 2 days nearer death. And ye go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath. For every day you're in this place, you're 2 days nearer death. And ye go. The Chemical Workers song. Thank you.
Leaving the harbour to ride on a wave. Row, row, row in a wa. Will they end in a watery grave? Row, row, row in a wa.
The water is flat like a big marble slab.
Row, row, row in a wa.
Look, there's a quiney there catching a crab.
Row, row, row in a wa.
I saw that queen, she was chasing the loony.
Row, row, row in a wa.
Pulling together a waffy the dooney.
Row, row, row in a wa.
On the pink they're dashing and daring.
Row, row, row in a wa.
Skiffing a wa to bring back a herring.
Row, row, row in a wa.
The Sutton the sprays wrecking our hairdo.
Row, row, row in a wa.
As long as we're winning, we dinna care noo.
Row, row, row in a wa.
I rode wi' a quine, she said was a sailor.
Row, row, row in a wa.
The bigger she gets, she's more like a whaler.
Row, row, row in a wa.
The skipper was knocking a fair holly rocket.
Row, row, row in a wa.
And he couldna row for his all humpy bucket.
Row, row, row in a wa.
Here comes a quiney that looks like a loon.
Row, row, row in a wa.
When they get to the herring, they'll turn around.
And it's row, row, row in a wa.
The oars' rhythm dictated the song.
Row, row, row in a wa.
The herring's wait wouldn't be long.
Row, row, row in a wa.
1 mile behind we got 3 more to row.
Row, row, row in a wa.
The more we're together, the faster we go.
Row, row, row in a wa.
The Queenie's saved us a waffy the shore.
Row, row, row in a wa.
The swell o' the sea lifted us more.
Row, row, row in a wa.
The shoreline smells drifted away.
Row, row, row in a wa.
The tang of the sea, it hangs in the spray.
Row, row, row in a wa.
The puleys cried their raucous crick.
Row, row, row in a wa.
They stuttered and swayed in the boaty's wick.
Row, row, row in a wa.
Now we turn homeward and pull for the shore.
Row, row, row in a wa.
Bend your backs with me and pull on your oar.
Row, row, row in a wa.
Pull on the oars with all of your might.
Row, row, row in a wa.
Keeping the moo of the harbour in sight.
Row, row, row in a wa.
Pull through the breakers and bring us to land.
Row, row, row in a wa.
Safe in the heights we haul up on the sand.
Row, row, row in a wa. And it's row, row, row in a wa.
Well, welcome back everyone. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed the break. That's the sort of thing you say to folk coming back from them holidays, isn't it? Hope you enjoyed your break. So, I hope you did. I know that there's some of you missing your nights at the pub, and that's very understandable. I'm the sort of sado that still walks down to the pub now and again and just looks at all the boarded up windows and doors. But we're all looking forward to the day we can go back and get back into the merry companies that we would be in. But I'm quite sure that when we get back and you're standing there in your company, there's going to be one tight so-and-so that's going to remember who bought the last round before the shutdown. Ho ho ho, guess how you'll treat him. Anyway, moving on, we've now got a wee bit in a blues type song. And it's a song brought to us tonight by Kenny Macdonald. Written by Kenny Macdonald as well, I'm glad to say. And it's called Chasing Waves.
Drift upon the ocean with no sign of land, in a boat that has no motion, lost without a friend. We're standing on the threshold of a brand new day. I need a ripple of decision, send us on our way, and someone who had a vision to go chasing waves. Put my candlelight. If I could stand upon the water, oh Lord be praised. I'm not the one who had a vision, I just needed to be saved. So I will lay back in submission, dream of chasing waves. See, so calm it looks like a mirror, not a sign of nasty weather. Rather wind could make it better to get me to some shore, but I'll just lay back here contented, drifting aimlessly, and it gives me no incentive to join humanity, and I will let Providence just choose my fate. As guidance I will follow to get the peace I crave. I will wait until tomorrow to go chasing waves. See, so calm it looks like a mirror, not a sign of nasty weather. Rather wind could make it better, get me peace on the shore, but I'll just lay back here contented, drifting aimlessly, and it gives me no incentive to join humanity, and I will let Providence just choose my fate, and as guidance I will follow to get the peace I crave. I will wait until tomorrow to go chasing waves. I will wait until tomorrow to go chasing waves.
Well, thanks, Kenny. That's a lovely song. In fact, it's a great song. Only MacConnachie's waves I usually get quite wet. Earlier on we heard Alyson MacConnachie singing unaccompanied. In this song she's accompanied by her husband Neil, who is known locally as Smiler. This time Alyson's going to sing a Gallagher and Lyle favourite, and it's called The First Leaves of Autumn. So it's all over to Alyson.
As the daylight turned to starlight and the seasons turned to change, I get the same old answers, but the question still remains. We shared a brief but magic song by the first leaves of autumn. You were gone. Not until the rain has touched my face, not until the first leaves fell from space, not until that moment did I see. I never realized what you meant to me. From the days you filled with sunlight to the laughter in your eyes, to the making and the breaking of the day you said goodbye. We shared a brief but magic song by the first leaves of autumn, you were gone. Not until the heart's defenses down, not until some old commodity comes round, not until that moment did I see. I never realized what you meant to me. Not until the rain has touched my face, not until the first leaves fell from space, not until that moment did I see. I never realized what you meant to me.
Right, thanks Alyson and Neil. That was great. I could just listen to that all day. In fact, maybe we could just play that one again. No. No, we've not to do that. We better move on.
No.
Right folks, we've all enthusiastically been following the adventures of Albert, and now we're coming to the man who's kept us up to date with everything that he's been up to. Paul's another great supporter of the Salmon Bothy and everything that goes on around Portsoy. A terrific guy, and he's here with this week's instalment of the Albert. So it's over to Paul Mudie.
Hello again. Another week passes by, and tonight it's turned 10 o'clock and it's the longest day of the year, and we've got a little bit of a dramatic sky outside, so we thought we'd do it up here. And this week I'm going to tell you about Albert wanting to be a Morris dancer. This is by Peter Booker. There's a place down south they call Blackpool, famous for tower and the zoo. Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom were going for day, taking young Albert, their son, along too. A grand little lad were young Albert. In his holiday clothes he looked swell, clutching bucket and spade with wooden handle, the finest that Woolworths could sell. They were off for a day at seaside, and out for a day full of fun, with kiss-me-quick hats, winkles and shrimps, and deck chairs on the beach in the sun. They boarded a coachfoot journey, and ticket inspector made such a fuss, till Albert poked him in groin with his spade, when he lost interest and got off the bus. They stopped at a pub in the country, where they saw an unusual sight. A large crowd of strangely dressed people in costumes bizarre and so bright. There were men dressed in corduroy breeches, with calf muscles bulging like rocks, but some were really quite skinny and had cheated by padding with socks. They wore waistcoats and hats decked with flowers, and Pa thought, hey up, this lot looked queer, till he saw how they chatted up lasses and how they could put away some beer. They were all supping ale out of tankards. By heck, they could put it away. They drank like there were no tomorrow, and looked set to do it all day. One chap did a lot of shouting. He had whiskers and a beard like fine wire. He wore a top hat and a kale with two tails, 'cause he were the gaffer, the squire. Another chap was dressed up like a dragon, and he chased all the children, the tease, till Albert poked him in groin with his spade, and accent St. George sure to please. They had a band with various instruments, fiddles, melodeons and a drum. Tambourine man weren't playing that day, 'cause he'd fallen and injured his thumb. Musicians got tuned up and ready. The dancers were raring to go, with 6 men clutching their hankies, lined up 3 to a row. The music it started and off they all went, with a rumpety-tumpety thump. In an intricate pattern they danced all around, with an up and a skip and a jump. Albert watched wide eyes as they danced all around to the music so light on the ear. And when they'd all done, they rushed off to the bar to top up their tankards with beer. Then they lined up again with sticks in their hands, which on the ground altogether they bashed. And when dance were done, they went off at a run, and back into the bar they all dashed. Well, they had a good day out in Blackpool. They went paddling right up to their knees. They had winkles and shrimps and other things too, like candy floss, fish and chips and mushy peas. And at last they were done and Ramsbottoms went home, and they settled themselves down to tea, when Albert announced to his bewildered folks that a Morris dancer he wanted to be. Keep safe, and we'll see you another week.
Well, thank you for that, Paul. It's quite a boy as Albert, and we all look forward with great anticipation as to Albert's next escapade. And
So.
I've got a feeling it might have something to do with a milkmaid, but let's just wait if we see what you do next. This next song is from Maggie Spiers, and it's about a beautiful part of the country where high spots might include the yearly Lonach Gathering, Corgaff Castle, and the road up Lecht where you get some cracking views. So here's Maggie, and she's going to sing for you The Braes of Strathdone.
Hello everyone, this is Maggie Spiers, and this song I'm going to sing called The Braes of Strathdone, and I heard it was from Peter Hall's collection. I think he possibly recorded this in the 1960s. As I was a-walking one morning in May, down my own bonny braeside, I fondly did stray. I spied a pretty fair maid, she was standing early
Thanks Maggie, that was just lovely. And now we have Debbie Mudie, who's going to give us a lovely waltz on her recorder. And this is your big chance actually. You can all get up and waltz about, and just be careful because Debbie may have on her yoke and buckets. But she's going to play a tune that involves somebody that would wear yokes and buckets, you see, so we thought she might get done up. Debbie's going to play the song of the mermaid, the song of the milkmaid.
Hi everyone, I'm going to do another tune from that Celtic book, which is from the Isle of Man this time, and it's called The Song of the Milkmaid. Bye now.
Well, thank you Debbie for that lovely waltz. And I hope you, the audience, made the best of it and didn't fall over all the furniture while you were waltzing.
And if you did and you hurt yourself, it wasn't our fault. We didn't tell you to do it.
One of our all-time favourite CDs is The Fishing's Gone, produced by a local group who I'm sure you will all recognise. This track, however, was not on the CD. My tongue really is getting tired. This track, however, was not on the CD. So here's Northern Shore giving it Matty Grove.
Holiday, a holiday, first one of the year. Macdonald's wife came into the church, the gospel for to hear. When the meeting it was done, she cast her eyes about, and there she saw little Matty Groves walking in the crowd. Come home with me, little Matty Groves, come home with me tonight. Come home with me, little Matty Groves, tonight. Well, I can't come home, I won't come home and sleep with you tonight. By the ring on your finger I can tell you're Lord Donald's wife. And if I am Lord Donald's wife, Lord Donald's not at home. He's out in the far cornfield bringing the yearlings home. Servant who was standing by and hearing what was said, he swore Lord Donald he would know before the sun had set. And in his hurry to carry the news, he bent his breast around. And when he got to the Broad Mill Street, he took good for shoes and swam. Little Matty grows, he lay down to take a little sleep. When he woke, Lord Donald, he was standing at his feet, saying, how do you like my feather bed? And how do you like my sheets? And how do you like my lady who lies in your arms asleep? Oh, well, I like your feather bed, well, I like your sheets, but better I like your lady gay who lies in my arms asleep. Oh, get up, Lord Donald cried, get up as quick as you can. It'll never be said in fair and run that I slew a naked man. Oh, I can't get up, I won't get up, I can't get up for my life. You have two long beaten swords tied out a pocket knife. Well, it's true I have two beaten swords, they cost me deep in the purse, but you will have the better of them, and I will have the worst. And you will strike the very first blow and strike it like a man, and I will strike the very next blow and I'll kill you if I can. So Matty struck the very first blow and he hurt Lord Donald's sore. Lord Donald struck the very next blow and Matty struck no more. And then Lord Donald, he took his wife, he sat her on his knee, saying, who do you like the best of us, Matty Groves and me? And then up spoke his own dear wife, never heard speak so free. I'd rather a kiss from dead Matty's lips than you and your finery. And then Lord Donald, he jumped up and loudly he did bawl. He struck his wife right through the heart and pinned her against the wall. The grave, Lord Donald cried, to put these lovers in, but bury my lady at the top, she was a noble kin.
Well, thanks Northern Shore, that was a great sound. Maybe just play that one again. No, we better no. We better carry on.
Not a good idea.
Well, now we have the inimitable. I'm not too bad tonight, you can say inimitable 3 times. Inimitable. The inimitable Doug Hay, that was 4, who's recently been winning all sorts of Bothy ballad singing competitions here, there and everywhere, and he's even got trophies. So he's really been doing very well, nominated for all sorts. Tonight Doug's going to sing a song about Tammy Reid. This is a tale of a northeast matador that wasn't that successful. I wait till you hear the song and you'll know what I'm talking about. So it's over to Doug Hay.
No, a wee song for you today. It's all about Tammy Reid. That's what the song's called, or Briggy's Gas Park. And he has a wee altercation with Jasper the Bull when he's out spreading mole heaps in the park. So here we go. New Briggy's Gas Park was a mess with the moles, and the nouts met was cut down by half. With the weather being dry, the gars ate in sae sair, to keep them in met was a chaff. So they got Tammy Reid, a stout halfling chiel, to scatter the heaps wi' a spade. The park it was big, 20 acre and mair, and the heat nearly drove Tammy mad. He took out his reed hunky to dacht his wheat brew, but that was his undoing fegs. For Jasper the Bull, wi' his tail in the air, was already brocht up with the clegs. The bull lowered his head wi' a snort and a blaw, his feet spraying sods in the air. Tommy threw down the spade and took till his heels, for he kent he had nae time to spare. He took out through the park like the speed of licht, just like he'd been shot fae a gun. But Tom was nae greenhorn at running, ye ken, for the half-mile at Strichen he'd won. Noo he just had a hecht pikey pelling to loup, and he cleared it just like a deer. But he barely had hecht, and he didna clear recht, leaving half o' his sark on the weir. Tommy thought he was safe, but yon bull cleared it too. Tom's troubles were nae at an end. Wi' a roar like thunder, and its nose twa stem jets, yon bull tore after Tom like a train. He would mak for the steading just nae far awa, fin until his he'd come a plan. If his legs would ha' doot, but we'd faith he'd a doot, he would dive he'd first into the dam. Pitter pat, the bull hard on his heels, he was gaining yon murderous beast. But yon gypsy was wrong with the lines in his hand, when she said he'd see 80 at least. In the quine he was talking till the pictures at night, that he'd promised to meet at 8 sharp. She'd be gey disappointed when she heard the news, I and him maybe learning the harp. But just at that instant the ball had its mark, Tom's buttocks were hit wi' a batter. He rose in the air some 6 feet and mair, and come down wi' a splash in the water. Old Jasper looked on wi' disgust in his ee, and syne he turned slowly awa. Tom thought he's a runner, he's just a big coord, in fact he's nae sportsman ava. Now that's about Tommy Reid and his altercation with Jasper. I hope you enjoyed that, eh? Take care now, update.
Thanks, Doug. That was certainly a cracking song. We had giggles galore when we were listening to that one. So, folks, that brings us to the end of the show tonight. But before Ron and I finish off, I'd like to thank all the regular and guest performers for having taken part tonight.
Indeed so.
And everyone involved in putting the whole thing together, especially Graham Legg and Mike Blackthorne, who are the clever boys behind the scene, you know, techie types.
His name's Blackburn.
What did I say?
Blackthorne, as far as
right, sorry.
Just a wee mistake.
Sorry, Mike. Blackburn. So, where am I now? Right, so it's a big thank you from us to all of you for watching. Stay safe and well until we can meet again. So it's good night from us, folks, and we'll finish off with a Bill Caddick song called John o' Dreams.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
Right.
Right. When midnight comes with people homeward-dread, seek now your blankets and your feather bed. Home is the rover, his journey's over. Yield up the night time to old John o' Dreams. Yield up the night time to old John o' Dreams. Across the hill the sun has gone astray. Tomorrow's cares are many dreams away. The stars are dying, your candle's dying. Yield up the darkness to old John
to old John O'Reilly's.
Both man and master in the night are one. All things are equal when the day is done.
The prince and plowman, the slave and freeman, all find their comfort in old John O'Dreams. All find their comfort in old John O'Dreams.
When sleep it comes, your thoughts are winging clear. The hawks of morning cannot harm you here.
Sleep is a river, it flows forever, and for your boatman choose old